I love how like I'm talking about no spending and I have like all these packages behind me. Let's just talk about that for a second. Hi Damsels, it's Rowan here. I hope you're all having a magical day. So today's video I am going to be talking about my no spending in April. So in the beginning of April, actually it was the end of March, I made this announcement on the community tab where I said that I was not going to be spending any money on myself in the month of April. And the reason for that is because I felt like I was spending a lot of money on Disney things, also on makeup, on clothes. So I wanted to try something and I was like, you know what, let me try not to spend on myself for 1 month and see how that goes. So Becca Disney Kitty did this last year. I think it was in the month of February, and I did not participate because it was my birthday month and I knew that I was going to be spending. So I actually did not get to participate in her no spending month, but I was actually really inspired by that. I know it's been like over more than a year since that video that she put out about not spending, but I don't know, it was like out of the whim, honestly. I was like, let me try this out and let's see how it goes. The rules were that I was not allowed to spend on myself unless it was a necessity. So obviously if I need to buy like food. If there were certain clothes that was a necessity, I could buy it, but I can't go like on a binge where I just like buy like $400 worth of clothes, because that's what I used to do. I would literally just shop online and just buy whatever I wanted. Like I did not care about the price. That's literally what I was like. So basically that's what went down in the month of April, and a lot of you guys were very supportive during this entire process. I actually asked you guys on Instagram, sorry YouTube people, I know that like I should not be using only Instagram and I should also use the community tab, but on Instagram I put out like a question, and I didn't even do it on my Disney Damsels Instagram. I did it on my personal one, Sophie's Mama 426, in case you wanted to follow me on there. That's where I put like a lot of personal things, like I talk on the story. And yeah, so I put a poll, well not a poll, I asked a question. I was like, okay guys, I'm not going to be spending in the month of April. How long do you guys think that I can go for? And I just wanted to read a couple of your answers because I thought they were so funny, and some of them were actually really inspiring. So Laura, who's a really good friend of mine, said 28 days because cycles are a thing, which is so true. Crystal, who I'm actually going to be mentioning later on in this video, said that she thinks I can do it for a week. I appreciate that. Okay, a week is still more than a day, so honestly that is believing in me a lot. Daphne from Thomas Ever After said 7 days, again a week. My sister Layla said a millisecond. Thanks Layla, that's really nice. Abir, my sister, said a hot second. So you can see my sisters, they know who I am, so they're like, there's no way that you can do this. Mina said I could do it for 2 weeks. Jennifer said that she had faith in me. She didn't give a specific number, but she's like, I have faith in you. Catherine from Coco Couture Crafts said 1 more day. That's nice. See, the people that are closest to me are like, you can't do it, and everyone else that's like, I'm not gonna say like a stranger, but like obviously don't know me as well as my family, you guys believed in me more than my family did. Caitlin Marie said at least a month, if not more, but what about the Disney Wisdom Collection? So I'm gonna get to that in a second. My friend Dina was like, tonight Rowan, why wasting time? Go for it, baby. That one honestly won for me. That's great, Dina. Taryn said a week. Melissa said 6 months. Girl, no, I can't do that for 6 months. Can you imagine like not buying anything that I wanted? Guys, Disney like brings out so many things. No, can't do it for 6 months. Someone said 2 weeks. Callie Cat said 4 months. You can resist. Didn't do it for 4 months. Lindsay just laughed at me. Thanks, Linz. The average was like a week to 2 weeks that everyone thought that I could do this for. Okay, so before I actually talk to you guys about the no spending, I just wanted to take like maybe 2 minutes to talk about why I've gotten the way that I am, because I wasn't always like this. I wasn't always a big spender. Growing up, like my family like gave me like a $20 bill as allowance like for the month. So I literally had to survive off of $20 $50 in 1 month. So I feel like I grew up like knowing that money was precious. Well, obviously when I got married and I got a job, I was making a lot more money than I did in high school, because I actually got my first job out of college. So basically after I started this channel, I feel like that's when I started to spiral, because obviously as a YouTuber, I feel like the most like popular videos are if you're showing something that you have or something that you bought or doing an unboxing, and unboxings are really expensive. Basically everything Disney related is expensive. After Mina joined me, I started like looking up ears. That's like when the ear obsession started, and I literally would just like order ears like every week, if not like every other day. And that's kind of like where it spiraled out of control. So then I started buying Disney bags, I started buying Disney shirts because I wanted to wear them on the videos, I wanted to wear the ears on the videos. And that's really why I think my like spending went crazy. It's because of this channel. And I'm not blaming you guys. You guys are totally not to blame. It's me. It's my self-control that I needed to get a hold of. Anyway, so like I did get into a little bit of trouble with money about like a year ago, where I was like in financial trouble. I was in debt. I was spending more than I was earning, and I kind of had to go on a plan, and that's where my husband came in, and he came in and like, I'm not gonna say, well, yeah, he did rescue me. He was my prince that rescued me from the debt, but he also did put me on a plan, and he said, you know, you need to watch your spending. We don't want to be like $90,000 in debt like years from now, so we have to watch what you buy. He didn't say I couldn't buy anything, but he did say you have to watch what you spend on. So I guess that also was kind of why I wanted to do this. It's kind of like a cleanse. You know how people like go on diets and stuff like to cleanse their bodies? I wanted to cleanse my soul. I sound like a freaking nutcase. But yeah, I wanted to cleanse myself of my shopping addiction. When I would buy that certain thing that I really wanted, like I would get a rush from it. And obviously that's not normal, because I felt like I wouldn't be happy unless I had that item. And then once I had that item, I would get like that rush of like, yes, this is in my collection now. I can show it to you guys. It's mine forever. And then it dies down, you know, and then it starts up again. I start to crave wanting to buy something else, and that's literally been my life for the past, I guess, 2-3 years. So yeah, so that's just a little bit of background about myself. So yeah, that's why I wanted to do this. That's why I wanted to test my limits, and I wanted to see how long I could go without spending on myself. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the process and how I handled it, and did it go well? Did I crack? How long did I really go for? In the beginning of April, I felt like I was okay, like I didn't really need anything. I did unfollow certain shops because I knew that if I saw something on their page or on my feed that I would want it. Because to be honest with you, I do follow a lot of small shops because I love small shops and I love the products that they put out that are Disney related. And let's be real, most of the small shops out there do a better job at creating Disney merchandise than Disney does, even though Disney does do a really good job. So the first week was okay. I noticed that I would get that craving to buy something when we went out on the weekends. So usually on the weekends, me, my husband, and Sophie do go out. We go to the mall, we walk around, and there were certain times where I would walk around and I would see something and I'm like, oh my god, if only I could buy this. And again, I would get that rush, like I need it. I need to have it because I want to be happy, and that's like my happiness. On my story, on my Instagram story, we had went out for my husband's birthday, and he went to Target, and we were just like walking around, and I saw a set of Legos. And I mean, I'm not saying like I'm a big Lego set fan, but I am a big Ran Kylo fan, and they had the set of Ran Kylo with Snoke and the throne, and that's basically the scene in The Last Jedi where they just like fight with each other and like they're on the same side and they kill Snoke. Well, Kylo kills Snoke, but it like that scene is amazing because I love Ran Kylo so much, and that's like where they kind of like banded together and fought next to each other instead of against each other. So when I saw that Lego set, I was like, oh my god, I need this so bad. It was $70 in Target. It was $50 on Amazon. Because after we got out of the store, I did not buy it, but after we got out of the store, I looked it up on Amazon just to see how much it was, and it was $20 cheaper. That was really big for me because like I really wanted it and I didn't get it. I'm trying to think back to other times during the month where I felt like I really needed something. So, okay, let's talk about the Wisdom collection. I went back and forth about this for so long. I was like, I'm not gonna buy it. And then I was like, no, you know what? this is like never gonna happen again. It's only once out of the month. I have to buy it for myself. And then like I literally just went back and forth. I fought with myself for so long, and I would actually talk to my friends about it. Erica from Erica Dio Campo. Hi Erica, you are my sunshine. She has been such like a great friend about this, because like I would talk to her about it, and like I literally went back and forth with her, and I'm like, you know what, I think I'm gonna get it. And then she was like, okay, you know, if you want to get it for yourself, you can get it for yourself. And then I'd be like, no, you know what, maybe I shouldn't. So like she was kind of my conscience, and I would talk to her about it. So she was very supportive throughout this entire process, and I did tell her that I was going to shout her out in this. So thank you so much, Erica, for standing by my side. A lot of you stood by my side. Also my friend Beth, who is from the Collectioneers Club, I would talk to her about it all the time, and she was very supportive, as well as Taryn from Twinkle Bell Taryn. And a lot of you guys like that follow me on Instagram were very, very supportive of this. I also talked to Heather from the Disney Housewife. So basically I ended up not buying the Wisdom Collection, because I said if I buy it, I'm kind of letting myself down, and I don't want that to happen. So I didn't end up buying it. But one of my friends, Crystal, oh my goodness, Crystal, you are just so sweet. I've been talking back and forth with Crystal for a while, and when she heard that I was doing this and that I wasn't going to be buying the Wisdom Collection for the month of April, guys, the month of April was Piglet, by the way. Winnie the Pooh is a Winnie the Pooh quote. Winnie the Pooh has been such a great part of our lives. Sophie's nursery was Winnie the Pooh themed. It was her first Disney movie that I ever introduced to her. It was really meaningful to me, you know, like to have that. And the fact that I didn't buy it just shows you guys that I was like prepared to do all that I can to not spend. So when Crystal heard this, she was like, you know, which item from the Wisdom Collection do you really want? Because I want to get it for you. And of course, I was like, no, you don't have to get me anything. Like, it's fine. Like, I'll live. Like, it's not the end of the world if I don't buy this item. And, you know, she really insisted. I don't want to diminish you guys. Like, when you say you want to send me something, I don't like to say yes, and I don't like to say no at the same time, because I know that like if I wanted to send someone something, I wouldn't want them to say no to me. Like, giving is my love language. I think all of you guys know this. I love gifting people things, especially things that they love that are Disney related. So I did end up relenting, and I told her, okay, you can send me the Piglet plush, and she ended up sending it to me. So thank you so much, Crystal. You are the sweetest. I have it right here. I'm gonna show it to you guys in a second. I actually also did end up getting the mug and the pin, because my husband Hafez picked it up for me because he knew how much I wanted it. And there you go. Like, if you I guess like if you talk about it a lot and people know that you really want it, they'll end up getting it for you. But really, thank you so much to Crystal, because she really did not have to do that. So I actually did end up getting the mug, pin, and the plush from the April Wisdom Collection, and that honestly is just, again, I didn't have to get them. Like, I felt like I could live without it. I was like upset about it for like whatever, a day, but then I got over it. So that was really why I wanted to do this. I wanted to make, like, to see if I like could get past the spending, if I really needed all these things. But yeah, so she ended up getting me the Piglet. And you know what's awesome about this is that the quote, I feel, really talks to me for the month of April when I was not spending, because it says, you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. And that is so true. Like, I definitely proved myself last month that I can do this. I cannot spend on things that I really want. Thank you so much, Crystal. He's just so beautiful, and I'm gonna put him next to my Dumbo and my Mushu that I got from this collection. And I'm just like really happy that I have him. And Crystal, I'm gonna remember you forever because you got him for me. So every time I see Piglet, I'm gonna remember you. So thank you so much, Crystal. There's a kiss to you. So that's all the good stuff about the no spending. Okay, so I really wanted to be very open and honest with all of you about this. I did not make it the entire month, and I'm gonna tell you guys why in a second, but I just want you guys to understand that the amount of time that I did do this for is a big milestone for me, because I went from like literally buying something every other day to not spending for weeks. So I cracked on the 23rd day. of April. So as you guys know, I went to Canada for spring break and I actually met up with Taryn there and we filmed some videos. You guys have seen them already. And I spent a lot of time with my family and, you know, we spent a lot of time in the mall. Okay, so how do I say this? I feel like I'm gonna be judged so bad right now. So I went, again, like I said, 23 days without spending, which I still think is a lot of time. That's like 3 weeks and 2 days. So I didn't make it the month. I literally had a couple of days to go, but I was on vacation and guys, like in Canada, the difference in currency is that like when you buy something from Canada, especially like when you're visiting from the US, it's a lot cheaper than buying something in the US. Does that make sense? So when I finally cracked was that we went to the mall on April 23rd and I went into a Hot Topic and there were certain things in that Hot Topic that was not available anymore like in the Hot Topic stores in the US. And the stuff that I found on, if I were to buy it on Amazon, it was like $60 to $70 worth of that item. So I found it for really, really cheap. And I'm not saying like just a couple dollars cheap. It was like $30 to $40 cheap than what it would have been if I had bought it from here. I'm not going to show you what those items are just because I'm doing a separate haul of that in a separate video. So you guys are gonna see what exactly I bought in Canada. Okay, I'll just give you an example. So there was like a Funko Pop that I really, really had my eyes on for the longest time, and it was $60 on Amazon. And I was not gonna spend $60 on a Funko Pop. Like, I mean, I could spend $60 on ears, but I feel like Funko Pops are a little too much to spend $60 on, especially for like one figure. So I just, whatever, I never bought it. But I found it in Hot Topic, not just the figure. I found the entire Hot Topic Funko box there that was no longer available. And guys, I got it for $13. So Pop by itself for $60, box with the entire contents for $13, like that's totally worth it to me. So I was like, you know what? I'm doing it. If I broke my no spending, I don't even care because this is a great deal. So I did end up buying that. And then I also did end up buying a lot of other things, like a lot of other Funkos. It was mostly Funkos really because like for some reason Funkos in Canada are a lot cheaper than Funkos in the US. Again, like difference in currency. So Funko Pops are what ruined my no spending in the month of April. Was it worth it? Yes, it was, because even though I did not make it for the whole month, I still made it for 3 weeks and 2 days, and that's saying a lot, especially about me, because you guys know I spend a lot. I spend a lot on people, I spend a lot on myself. I definitely learned a lot through this entire process. I do find myself now like kind of like asking myself, is this worth it? Do I need this right now? Like right this second? Can I wait a little bit longer? And that's not what I used to be before. I was like on the spot. Okay, I'm buying it. I don't care what the price is. I'm buying it. So I feel like I did learn a lot from this month, and I just want to thank all of you for being so supportive, because I feel like if it wasn't for you guys, if I wasn't able to speak to certain people about this, I feel like I would have just, you know, fell off the bandwagon. But 23 days is, I think it's like a mile for me. Like I ran a mile. Am I gonna be doing this in the future? I think I am. Maybe every couple of months I can do this just to kind of, again, like give myself that cleanse. I don't think that I failed. I really don't. I think that I did a really good job with this, and I just wanted to update you guys about it because I know a lot of you have been asking me about how it went. So now you know I spent 23 days without spending on myself, and that was really hard. Really, really hard. Because again, Disney, they just love to like release things. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope I didn't bore you too much. I just wanted to give you guys an update about what happened, and yeah. Anyway, alright, so I'll let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned for more content. I have a lot of amazing things planned for you guys. I have a huge haul coming up that you guys are going to want to see, especially since that is what basically broke my no spending rules. So I'll mention that in the video that comes out later on. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope wherever you are in the world, damsels, you're having a magical time. Bye!